Yeah, it's Mullet gonna tell you a story about when John Lennon picked me up hitchhiking one time, heading to Vegas. So I was way out Highway 40, about 500 miles from Nevada, and this microbus pulls over, and it's a museum quality microbus, and the driver was a real hippie from the 60s, because this was in the 90s, so for sure this guy was still living in the 60s, kind of like I'm sometimes called living in the 80s. Anyway, so we're riding along in this microbus, and I'm looking around like, wow, this is so freaking cool. And the guy looks like he was in Sergeant Pepper Lonely Heart Band album cover, and he's got the round John Lennon glasses on. I thought it was John, for real. So I'm talking to this man, and he's, I'm telling him I'm hitchhiking again and here that, and he's done it all too. So he's like, yeah, um, uh, you know, he's like, do you smoke? And I'm like, yeah, I smoke. We've been riding a while. So I go, I smoke Marlboro Reds. I broke out Marlboro Red, and I'm like, here you go. He goes, oh, no. I mean, do you smoke? And I'm like, like weed? I was like, yeah. I don't have any, though, I said. I'm traveling. He goes, oh, no, I got some. You want to smoke one? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he reaches in his coat pocket and pulls out this, giant round bag. It's huge. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. So he's like, here, roll up the biggest one you ever did in your life. And I'm like, okay. So we're driving like 20, 30 miles, cruising along, talking, this guy's awesome. I'm sorry I forget your name. Anyway, so I rolled up this perfectly big, gigantic joint, passed him his bag back, and he goes, you put that one in your pocket for later and roll us up a regular one and we'll smoke one. I'm just like, this guy, man, wow. So I rolled another one up, and then we were cruising along, and we started smoking this stuff, and then all of a sudden, my gosh, it was like, because I've been on the road, I was tired, and then he's like, all right, as soon as we got done smoking it, he's like, all right, well, this is where I'm turning off, man, so good luck. And I'm like, whoa, what? I don't know what I was thinking. I was going to ride with this guy all the way to Vegas, but no, he was turning off. So he drops me off at this off ramp, and there I am, just, fried out of my mind, and he's like, later on, dude, honking and stuff. And I was like, yeah, man, you're the best. And then, so there I was walking again. So didn't take very much time, maybe 5 minutes, and a woman and a man picked me up, younger couple, and they're like, hey man, what's going on, man? I go, Vegas or bust, and some people just love that stuff. They have stories of their own, and I've heard lots of cool stories from others. So they're like, hey man, got good news for you. Up about 20 more miles, the guy said, I have an apartment that the lease is running out, and I live with my girlfriend now, and no one's there, and I'll let you stay there tonight. And I got a stereo there. It's back kind of before CDs, really. Not quite. And he let me he had a bunch of music, and I got to make a tape. And I was there by myself, and I got to smoke that joint that night. And, that was so freaking awesome. So I stayed at that people's house, and I got me a 40, a Budweiser, drank that and smoked that joint all night and watched the guys' TV, their TV, and all that. But man, I just want to say, thanks, John Lennon, for giving me that ride in that microbus. Mullet out.